हाय स्टूडेंट्स, वेलकम टू स्टडी ईगर। इस वीडियो में हम पढ़ेंगे केमिस्ट्री का फर्स्ट चैप्टर केमिकल रिएक्शंस एंड इक्वेशंस। सबसे पहले हम पढ़ लेते हैं केमिकल रिएक्शंस क्या होते हैं। केमिकल रिएक्शंस आर द प्रोसेस इन विच न्यू सब्सटेंसेस विद न्यू प्रॉपर्टीज आर फॉर्म्ड एंड इन केमिकल रिएक्शंस chemical changes are involved. Okay, so during a chemical reaction, atom of one element do not change into those of another element. Only a rearrangement of atoms takes place in a chemical reaction. Which means कि during a chemical reaction कोई भी atom change नहीं होता है, बस वो एक different way में rearrange हो जाता है जिससे new substance की formation होती है. अब पढ़ेंगे what are reactants and products. So, the substances which take part in a chemical reaction are called reactants. Means जो substance combine होते हैं new product बनाने के लिए उसे हम लोग reactants कहते हैं. और the new substance produced as a result of chemical reaction are called products. So उनके combine होने के बाद जो resultant substance होता है उसको हम लोग product कहते हैं. For example ले लेते हैं magnesium and oxygen का. When magnesium and oxygen are combined, a new substance, magnesium oxide, is formed with new properties. And the properties of the product, magnesium oxides, are entirely different from those of the reactants, magnesium and oxygen. और ये रिएक्शन करने के लिए हम मैग्नीशियम रिबन का यूज़ करते हैं. ये आपकी एनसीईआरटी में बहुत जगह एग्जाम्पल्स दिए हुए हैं इसके, और ये बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक है. So we will have a quick review on it. So magnesium ribbon, before burning in air, the magnesium ribbon is cleaned by rubbing with a sandpaper. This is done to remove the protective layer of magnesium oxide from the surface of magnesium ribbon. When magnesium ribbon burns in air, it combines with the oxygen of air to form magnesium oxide. Another point to be noted is that dazzling white light given out during the burning of magnesium ribbon is harmful to the eyes. So the magnesium ribbon should be burned by keeping it as far as away from the eye. और second point is कि chemical reaction सिर्फ labs में ही नहीं हो सकता है. In a general life also, like ripening of fruits is also a chemical reaction. Souring of milk, formation of curd from milk, cooking of food, digestion of food in our body, all are chemical reactions. Now, an important question arises. How do we come to know that a chemical reaction has taken place? So, this will become clear from the following discussion on characteristics of chemical reactions. So, when the substance known as reactants are converted into new substance called products, the conversion of reactants into product in a chemical reaction is often accompanied by some features which can be observed easily. That observable features are known as characteristics of chemical reactions. हम characteristics of chemical reactions की help से ये पता कर सकते हैं कि chemical reaction ने वहाँ पे place ली है. यहाँ पे हम लोग केमिकल रिएक्शन के 5 कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स पढ़ेंगे. दैट आर इवोल्यूशन ऑफ गैस, फॉर्मेशन ऑफ प्रेसिपिटेट, चेंज इन कलर, चेंज इन टेम्परेचर एंड चेंज इन स्टेट. सबसे पहले ले लेते हैं इवोल्यूशन ऑफ गैस. इसका एग्जाम्पल है जिंक इज व्हेन कंबाइंड विथ सल्फ्यूरिक एसिड इट फॉर्म्स जिंक सल्फेट प्लस हाइड्रोजन गैस. हम यहाँ पे देख सकते हैं कि इवोल्यूशन ऑफ गैस सीधे सीधे ऑब्जर्वेबल हो रहा है बाय द फॉर्मेशन ऑफ हाइड्रोजन गैस. नाउ आवर सेकंड कैरेक्टरिस्टिक इज फॉर्मेशन ऑफ प्रेसिपिटेट. इसके लिए एग्जांपल ले लेते हैं बैरियम क्लोराइड कंबाइनिंग विथ सोडियम सल्फेट एंड फॉर्म्स व्हाइट प्रेसिपिटेट ऑफ बैरियम सल्फेट प्लस सोडियम क्लोराइड. यहाँ पे भी इजिली ऑब्जर्वेबल हो रहा है कि फॉर्मेशन ऑफ प्रेसिपिटेट had happened, that is precipitate of barium sulfate which is white in color. Third characteristic है color change. Reaction between citric acid and purple color potassium permanganate is the example of change in color from purple to colorless. यहाँ पे भी easily observable होगा change in color. Now fourth characteristic is change in temperature. For this, we will take the example of the chemical reaction between quicklime and water to form slaked lime. It is characterized by a change in temperature, which is rise in temperature. Or remember the point, change in temperature doesn't only mean rise in temperature, it also means decrease in temperature. So this also we can easily observe that change in temperature has been taken place, which means chemical reaction has been taken place. Now our fifth characteristic is change in state. This we all can observe in our daily life in the combustion reaction of candle wax. It is characterized by a change in state from solid to liquid and gas. Why? Because wax is a solid, water formed by the combustion of wax is a liquid at room temperature, whereas carbon dioxide produced by the combustion of wax is a gas. So now we will study about that there are also some chemical reactions which can show more than one characteristics. Means ये जरूरी नहीं है कि कोई एक chemical reaction है तो वो सिर्फ कोई एक ही characteristic show करेगा. It can show more than one characteristic. For example, the chemical reaction between zinc granules and dilute sulfuric acid shows two characteristics. That is evolution of gas, which is hydrogen gas, and change in temperature, that is rise in temperature. Similarly, the chemical reaction between potassium iodide solution and lead nitrate solution shows two characteristics. Formation of a precipitate, that is lead iodide precipitate, and change in color from colorless to yellow. So now we will study chemical equations. The method of representing a chemical reaction with the help of symbols and formulae or the substances involved in it is known as chemical equation. For example, zinc metal reacts with dilute sulfuric acid to form zinc sulfate and hydrogen gas. So this reaction can be written in words as zinc plus sulfuric acid gives zinc sulfate plus hydrogen. This is known as the word equation. We can change this word equation into a chemical equation by writing the symbols and formulae of the various substances in place of their names. So putting the symbols and formulae of all the substances in the above word equation, we get the following chemical equation. Zn for zinc, H2SO4 for sulfuric acid, ZnSO4 for zinc sulfate, and H2 for hydrogen gas. So a chemical equation is a shorthand method of representing a chemical reaction. We can also make our equations more informative by indicating the physical states of the reactants and products, by indicating the heat changes taking place in the reaction, by indicating the conditions under which the reaction takes place. To indicate the physical state of reactants and products in an equation, there can be four physical states for the reactants and products of a chemical reaction: solid, liquid, aqueous solution, and gas. Solid state is indicated by the symbol S, liquid is indicated by L, aqueous solution is indicated by AQ, and gaseous state is indicated by symbol G. To indicate the heat changes in an equation, there are two types of reactions on the basis of heat changes involved: exothermic reactions and endothermic reactions. Those reactions in which heat is evolved are known as exothermic reactions. Heat is produced as a product. For example, when carbon combines with oxygen, formation of carbon dioxide and heat takes place. So it's an example of exothermic reaction. The burning of natural gas is also an exothermic reaction. And all the combustion reactions are exothermic reactions. Respiration is also an exothermic process because energy is produced during this process. Now, the second type of reaction is endothermic reactions. Those reactions in which heat is absorbed are known as endothermic reactions. The reactions in which energy is required for reaction to take place. For example, calcium carbonate plus heat will give CaO plus CO2. That is calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. The decomposition of calcium carbonate is an endothermic reaction. Photosynthesis is also an endothermic reaction. This is because sunlight energy is absorbed during the process of photosynthesis by green plants. तो जब भी फोटोसिंथेसिस होता है तो ग्रीन प्लांट्स सनलाइट की एनर्जी को एब्जॉर्ब करते हैं, तभी वो आगे का प्रोसेस करते हैं. सो इन दिस एनर्जी इज एब्जॉर्ब्ड टू perform further reaction. So this is an endothermic reaction. And all the decomposition reactions are endothermic reactions. The electrolysis of water to form hydrogen and oxygen is also an endothermic reaction. Now we will study about balanced and unbalanced chemical equation. A balanced chemical equation has an equal number of atoms of different elements in the reactant एंड प्रोडक्ट साइड. मीन्स जो बैलेंस्ड केमिकल इक्वेशन होगा उसके रिएक्टेंट साइड में भी इक्वल एटम्स होंगे और प्रोडक्ट साइड में भी इक्वल एटम्स होंगे, विच सेटिस्फाइड द लॉ ऑफ कंजर्वेशन ऑफ मास दैट सेज मैटर कैन नीदर बी क्रिएटेड नॉर बी डिस्ट्रॉयड इन अ केमिकल रिएक्शंस. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, Zn plus H2SO4 gives ZnSO4 plus H2. Here we can see that number of Zn, H, S and O atoms are equal on both sides. So now we are moving on to an unbalanced chemical equation. Name से ही पता चल रहा है that it's an unbalanced chemical equation. Means जो both sides के number of atoms होंगे वो equal नहीं होंगे, as in opposite to balanced chemical equations. For example, H2 plus O2 gives H2O. So here number of H atoms are equal in both sides, but number of O atoms are not equal. So in an unbalanced chemical equation has an unequal number of atoms of one or more elements in the reactants and product sides, which is not possible because it unsatisfies the law of conservation of mass. So to make it right, we should know how to balance a chemical equation. And now we will learn about balancing of chemical equations. So यहाँ पे बैलेंस करने के लिए हमने वाटर लिया है, which is by combining hydrogen and oxygen formation of water takes place. So पहले इसको combine करने के लिए हमें सबसे पहले एक टेबल बनानी पड़ेगी, writing number of H atoms and number of O atoms. ओके, फिर यहां पे हम लिख देंगे रिएक्टेंट साइड एंड प्रोडक्ट साइड. ओके, सो वी विल मेक अ टेबल लाइक दिस. नाउ number of H atoms in reactant sides are 2. And number of O atoms in reactant side are also 2. Now number of H atoms in product side is 2 and number of O atoms in product side is 1. So यहाँ पे देख सकते हैं easily कि ये unbalanced है, क्योंकि number of ऑक्सीजन जो है वो reactant side में 2 है but product side में 1 है. So इसको balance करना है हमें. So इसको easily balance करने के लिए हम दोनों साइड्स में जिसके साइड्स भी कम होते हैं उसको नंबर से मल्टीप्लाई कर देते हैं. सो ऑक्सीजन को 2 करने के लिए हम H2O को 2 से मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे. ओके, सो यहाँ H2 प्लस O2 विल गिव 2H2O. सो ऑक्सीजन तो 2 हो गया बट उसके साथ हाइड्रोजन भी 4 हो गया, विच इज 2 into 2 4 हो गया. सो यहाँ पे भी हाइड्रोजन 4 कर देंगे, इसको भी 2 से इंटू कर देंगे क्योंकि अकॉर्डिंग टू लॉ ऑफ कंजर्वेशन ऑफ मास दोनों साइड के जितने भी एटम्स हैं वो सेम रहने चाहिए. सो अब फिर से एक बार टेबल बनाते हैं और देखते हैं कि अब ये इक्वल हो गया H एटम्स, O एटम्स, reactant side and product side. Now we can see that number of H atoms in reactant side are 4. Number of H atoms in product sides are also 4. Number of oxygen atoms are 2. And number of O atoms here are also 2. एक पॉइंट हमेशा रिमेम्बर रखना है कि जब भी हम किसी का नंबर बढ़ाते हैं तो हम उसको मल्टीप्लाई यहाँ पे नहीं कर सकते हैं, ये गलत मेथड हो जाएगा. हमेशा इसके पूरे के साथ ही मल्टीप्लाई होता है. जैसे कि यहाँ H2O था तो इट डजंट मीन कि अगर यहाँ पे O एक है तो यहाँ पे हम 2 लिख दें, ये गलत होगा. द करेक्ट वे इज 2H2O. यहाँ पे हमें पूरे को मल्टीप्लाई करना पड़ता है. So next example we are taking is of Fe combining with H2O to form Fe3O4 plus H2. Here also it is an unbalanced equation, so we will make a table. Number of Fe atoms, number of H atoms, number of O atoms. Okay. Reactant side and product side. So here number of Fe atoms in reactant sides are 1 and in product size is 3. Number of H atoms in reactant sides are 2. In product side also 2. Number of O atoms in reactant side is 1, but in product side is 4. So to balance this, what we can do? Number of Fe here is 3. So we will multiply Fe by 3. And number of O here is 4. So we will multiply this complete number with 4. Here also number of hydrogen is also increasing. So as here 3Fe plus 4H2O gives Fe3O4 plus H2. Okay. So यहाँ पे H के एटम्स जो हैं वो 4 into 2 that is 8 हो गए हैं. So यहाँ पे भी हम इस पूरे को अगर इंटू कर दें 4 से तो यहाँ पे भी नंबर ऑफ H atoms will be 8. So now reactant side and product side. Okay, number of Fe atoms 3, number of Fe atoms 3, number of H atoms 8, number of H atoms 8, number of O atoms 4, and number of O atoms here is also 4. So now this is balanced. Now types of chemical reactions: combination reactions, decomposition reactions, displacement reactions, double displacement reactions, oxidation and reduction reactions. Those reactions in which two or more substances combine to form a single substance are called combination reactions. Like A and B are combined to form AB. We will take the example of magnesium and oxygen combining to form magnesium oxide. Here combination reaction is taking place as in two substances are combined to form one substance, that is magnesium oxide. Now second type of reaction is decomposition reaction. So decomposition reactions is opposite to combination reaction. It is those reactions in which a compound splits up into two or more simpler substances are known as decomposition reaction. For example, when calcium carbonate is heated, it decomposes to give calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. Decomposition reactions are of three types: thermal decomposition, photodecomposition and electrodecomposition. Example of thermal decomposition is calcium carbonate in the presence of heat will break into CaO plus CO2, that is calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. So thermal decomposition basically वो reactions होते हैं जिसमें heat required होती है for the further process of decomposition. Now photodecompositions. Photodecompositions वो reactions होते हैं जिनमें light required होती है for further reaction. For example, when silver chloride is exposed to light, it decomposes to form silver metal and chlorine. That is 2AgCl in the presence of light will give 2Ag plus Cl2. In this reaction, the white color of silver chloride changes to grayish white due to the formation of silver metal. The decomposition of silver chloride is caused by light. This reaction is used in black and white photography. And the second example is 2AgBr, that is silver bromide, in the presence of light breaks into 2Ag silver plus Br2 bromine. Now third is electrodecomposition. It is the type of decomposition reaction in which electricity is required for further reaction. For example, 2H2O in the presence of electricity will break into 2H2 plus O2. This is an example of electrolysis of water. Now we will study about what is oxidation and what is reduction. So addition of oxygen and removal of hydrogen is known as oxidation reaction, and addition of hydrogen and removal of oxygen is known as reduction reaction. For example, CuO plus H2 will give Cu plus H2O. Here for Cu, oxygen is being reduced, so this is reduction, and oxygen is being added to H2O, so here it is oxidation. And those reactions in which both oxidation and reduction both takes place are known as redox reaction. So जो सब्सटेंस ऑक्सीजन देता है उसे ऑक्सीडाइजिंग एजेंट कहते हैं. ओके, और जो सब्सटेंस ऑक्सीजन लेता है उसे रेड्यूसिंग एजेंट. सो होप आपको ये समझ में आ गया होगा. एक बार समराइज कर लेते हैं. रिडक्शन रिएक्शन वो होता है जिसमें ऑक्सीजन रिड्यूस्ड होता है, एंड ऑक्सीडेशन रिएक्शन वो होता है जिसमें ऑक्सीजन ऐड होता है. जिन रिएक्शन पे ये दोनों होते हैं उन्हें रिडॉक्स रिएक्शंस कहते हैं, और जो सब्सटेंस ऑक्सीजन देता है उसे ऑक्सीडाइजिंग एजेंट कहते हैं, और जो लेता है उसे रेड्यूसिंग एजेंट कहते हैं. So our next topic is displacement reaction. Okay, displacement reaction. In displacement reaction, the more reactive metal will displace the less reactive material. For example, CuSO4 combining with Zn will give ZnSO4 plus Cu. Here Zn is displacing Cu from CuSO4. Okay, so here what we observe is Zn is more reactive than Cu. So it will displace Cu in the further reaction. So this is known as displacement reaction and also single displacement reaction. Because only single displacement is taking place, that is between Zn and Cu. Now second is double displacement reaction. In this types of reaction, double displacement took place. For example, PaCl2 combining with Na2SO4 will give BaSO4 plus 2NaCl. Okay, so in this reaction we can see that here Ba is displacing Na, BaSO4, and Na is also displacing Ba, that is NaCl. So here double displacement is taking place. Okay, so we can say it's a double displacement reaction. So thank you, that's all for today, and don't forget to comment your views in the comment section.